how are you today? If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for clicking on the video. My name is Kat. I read romance novels and love to share them with you here on my channel. Today's book is Crashing into Love by Hollis Wynn. It's part of the Written in the Stars series. I've done, is it one or two other books? And the cool thing about this book series, each month there's been a story from a different star sign. Like this one is Capricorn, there was Cancer. I will include those videos in the description box below. The books have all been by different authors, and what a great series. Out of the box. I have also read one previous book of Hollis's. I will include that in the description box below. It was called Breathe. I did that video pretty early on after I had started my channel, and something that I definitely remember about that book, in addition to the characters, is that it took place in Chicago. That's where I'm from, that's where I live, so I always love when I come across books that take place here or supposedly take place here. I love finding the little moments and how specific the authors take it. There were definitely moments in Crashing into Love that I was like, oh yes, I know exactly what she's talking about, because of course I am well familiar with those places. She brings up the neighborhood Lincoln Park, she brings up North Avenue Beach, she brings up the popular bar at North Avenue Beach called Castaways. She talks about Chicago and working in the city in general. I love all of that. I eat all of that up as a reader. Crashing into Love is about Sutton and Baker. Sutton is the female character. She is independent. She works for her father's company. She is undervalued at that company, and she kind of knows it, but she gives her best effort anyway, because she knows without her, the company and the guys that work for it would kind of fall apart. She's an assistant to many of the men that work there. Sutton has great friends that we meet in the book. I love that part. I also loved that she had a book club with her friends that they called the Smut Book Club. I had to laugh at that. And there are a couple of times where there are scenes with her being at book club, and it was like spot on. I used to love being part of a book club. I guess in a lot of ways my channel is kind of like my new book club. I am that type of reader that liked being part of a book club, so that was a fun connection that I had to Sutton. Baker works at the company. They are co-workers. He was easy to like from the get-go. He was a tall drink of water in the office, let me tell you. She has kind of a crush on him from afar, but they're always very professional. But he's sweet and he's sexy. And interesting that we know kind of right away that he notices her, but she doesn't necessarily see that he's noticing her, if that makes any sense. He is attentive to her in a lot of ways that the other men in the office aren't, and definitely not in a way that's like overstepping, but he's sweet and kind to her, and he brings her coffee, and just he notices what she's wearing and tells her she looks nice, but it never crosses a line. And I think that's why Sutton wasn't really sure. Like, she's like, yeah, I totally crush on him, but I don't know if he even really notices me that way. Sutton starts a blog called Capricorn Cupcakes and Cocktails 3C Chicago. Great title. And that's where Capricorn comes in. Sutton is a Capricorn. The blog is hysterical, and one of her blog posts literally was my favorite, and I want to share it with you. A little backstory on this blog post is that she has decided to blog about some of the dates she's gone on. So we know right there, right? This was priceless. Dear potential husband, Capricorn's Cupcakes and Cocktails 3C. Dear future husband, I'm an alpha, single female addicted to retail with a 9-to-5 who can take care of herself, but is looking for the following in a man who I hope to become my husband and partner in crime. Here are a few things you should know about me. Actually, about you. I'm looking for a strong man, not just in muscles, but in faith, conviction, and determination. In goals, life, and in love. Please be tall, This isn't a pipe dream, but a reality for me. You see, I'm almost 6 feet tall. Shocking, I know, and I love high heels. I want to feel like you can and will take care of me. Are you inquisitive? Do you have a thirst for learning? I do. Every day and tomorrow too. If the status quo works for you, then you're not it for me. Communication. Shout it with me. Communication. Pretend you're cheering me on. Communication. This is how you show your wife to be you love her. You need me, you want me, you crave me. Let's be frank. Technology is great, but phones work both ways. Talking is amazing, so is texting, FaceTime and social media, email. Communication. You're an alpha, a bit demanding, but also understanding. You know how to take care of your woman, your lover, your life. Now let's talk about the fun stuff. If you like margaritas, cuddling on a cold day, if you like hiking in the mountains and sports, sunshine and corny jokes, and snuggles on the couch, then I think we'd be a great fit. Are you out there, dear potential husband? Are you out there? It's me, Sutton Sterling. I burst out laughing and I was like, yes, girl, this is it. Way to put your wants and needs out there. Can't wait to see who's going to come around for you. We really got to know Sutton. The book is from her perspective, and I loved how Hollis wrote her. We get girly things like what she's wearing, what she decides to put on for the day, and why she decides to put on. She talks about liking to wear high heels all the time and being tall and wanting to have a man that's taller than her. I am not tall. I'm like 5'5", so that's not hard in my world. I mean, I'm not short, but I knew what she meant when she said that. I loved how we got to know her friends. I loved how she talked about the food she liked to eat, where she went. We felt her independence. I really liked all of that. There are some deep parts to Sutton's story that I really liked, and it gave me the depth that I needed in the book. The book is easy to read, it's light and airy, it kept my attention, and then we got these deeper moments that have to do with Sutton and her relationship with her dad, her parents' relationship, how that has affected her, how the relationship with her dad has affected her workplace environment, because of course he owns the company, and that's part of the reason that she feels undervalued there, and how he treats her. And I really absorbed those moments. It also gave us a little more of Baker. There were moments where I wasn't sure if Baker was gonna be the guy that gave her a happily ever after, because she's dating a couple of people, but she's got this thing with Baker. So I wasn't sure who Sutton's happily ever after was going to be. And in these moments with her dad are times where she's around Baker, and not that Baker comes to her rescue, but there's definitely things that bond them in that situation. And there's also this wonderful slow burn quality to them through this book, that once we finally get someplace with them is very sexy. We do get a happily ever after. Let me know if you have read Hollis's other books. And while I have you, I would love for you to take a second to consider subscribing and hit the thumbs up button. When you do that, it not only helps my channel and you'll be notified the next time I upload a video, but it will also help this video get shown to more people here on YouTube. As always, I welcome you to come over to my social media, which is Kat Reads Romance on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.